I hope you were able to set up Google Cloud storage correctly. And now we can proceed by actually implementing the example that's shown in the documentation. So here is that example, but with all the workflows deleted and the dropzone element deleted. So I just left these UI elements to help us get started. What's special about this group is the layout type. So it uses align to parent layout, and you will see why in a moment. When we use this drop zone element, this has no UI, so it's only, if you just draw it here, it's only this symbol, and it doesn't even show when you actually preview the application. So it has no UI. You have to create your UI, and what we are going to do is we're going to use this UI and just drop this element on top of it. So now what happens is when somebody drops a file, it actually interacts with this top element instead of the elements behind. And this element, the drop zone element, actually expands to the full width. It's made in such a way to expand to the full width of the parent group. So even if it doesn't show in the editor, it's a limitation currently of Bubble plugin engine, but it will be fixed soon, and hopefully preview will be available. So what you can do now, if you want, you can even put it to one side if you don't like it that it goes over your rest of your UI. You can make it smaller. It will expand anyways. You just have to watch for the height, so it's the full height of the drop zone element behind. So I'll increase it a little bit. And what you can see now, if you go to preview, is that actually when you click on this, you get this prompt for file selection. Now, as you can see here, when I go over this, there is my pointer is back to the arrow, and it's because this is actually not on top of these elements, but somehow ended up behind them. You can right click and say bring to front, and now it will, when we refresh, it will be on top of the elements, and this all will have, as you can see, pointer, and when you click you get file selection. You may notice that when I put my mouse over this area as well, color changes, and that's achieved just by going to this clicking on this group, and under conditional you can say when this group is hovered or this group is pressed, just change the borders. We need to adjust some settings on the drop zone. So you click on the drop zone and appearance, and first of all you can write your selected file type, file type list here. So for example, if we want to accept this type, JPEG, PNG, TXT, we can just write a list here, .jpeg, .png, comma. Next thing, you can choose if you want just a single file upload or multiple file upload by checking this. And last thing is that you need to select upload file drop zone as file type. This is again a limitation of Bubble plugins engine, and it cannot be avoided. So sorry, but it cannot be automatically selected for you. So you have to choose what file type this drop zone will output. So this is a pre-created file type, not the standard Bubble file type, but another with more properties. At this point, you're able to select files to upload by either clicking on this or just dropping the files on the drop zone. But what we need to do next is upload these files to the cloud storage. So if somebody selects a file at this stage, nothing will happen. It will just be added to a state that remembers what files you need to upload. So to actually upload a file, you need to create a workflow that happens when file is accepted. So it's called the dropzone file accepted loop. So what it needs to do is to get upload URL. this special URL that you will send to your client, and he will be able to upload a file to this URL with this special key which has access to only this single file. So let's do this. First, we have to say what location in the bucket we are going to enable this client to access. So let's say we want to name this file the same as the file that's uploaded to the Dropzone. So we can say Dropzone A current accepted file name. So this will create a URL that enables the client to upload to this location. It will add this UUID prefix, which makes sure if two of your clients upload the same file, they won't be uploaded to the same location, even if they couldn't upload because there is already a file and they cannot delete the file. They can just upload a file to the bucket when they get this URL. But when this is checked, they will each get a new location and not the same one in the cloud bucket. So if you use multiple buckets, you can check alternative bucket here. So the next step, when you get this URL, you just need to upload the current file from the Dropzone, and you can do that by upload current file of a Dropzone action. So, and you will upload it to URL you just got in the first action, so this assigned URL. And that's pretty much it. That's all the setup you need to make your Dropzone upload the file. So let's try it out. So if you refresh this and you select some file, let's say this or two files, for example, and we press open, and we go to Google Cloud Console, and if I go to cloud storage and my bucket, default bucket, I can see here I have two files that are two images I just uploaded. Here is the name, and this long thing is the prefix, the prefix UUID that was generated. So this is the very basic setup, and we will see how to do more in the next video.